Hey, Booktube Sean here, and today I am filming my Booktubeathon TBR. Yes, I am going to try another readathon. I didn't participate in Booktubeathon last year. I was fairly new in my channel when it happened, and I had also just failed at Tome Topple, and I was starting a big reading slump that I went through in August, mid-August, and early September. I couldn't. It was so close to me failing Tome Topple, and I was feeling so overwhelmed by pressure to read books that I just collapsed, and I didn't participate in Booktubeathon. And you guys know I suck at readathons, but what I really like about readathons is seeing. I think it's fun to see to pick books to fit the challenges. Now this one I'm not picking a different book for each challenge. I got a couple of books that'll cover several challenges. One, because it's a week-long readathon, and I know one of the challenges is to read 7 books, and I don't read 7 books in a month, let alone a week. So in order for me to possibly complete a couple of the challenges, I got to double up. So yeah, I 7 books in a week. That is a big ask, I think, for a lot of people. I know a lot of people end up doing graphic novels and small things to try and get the 7, but my work day is 10 hours with my commute, 10 or more hours with my commute, and I only have a few hours available each day to get life done and read. So 7 books never going to happen. Like I said, I struggle to read 7 books in a month. That's an outstanding reading month for me. I'm hoping to have an outstanding reading month next month, but we'll see. Anyway, so but yeah, I just think it's fun to see what I could fill the challenges with, and that is probably, to me, probably the most fun part about the readathons is looking at the challenges and seeing what I could read to film. So that's partially why I keep making these readathon TBRs and trying to participate. I think I'll say if I get 1 book of this read in the week, because I will have a couple other reads going on that are not going to be part of Booktubeathon, other than possibly towards number of books read. But if I get 1 of these books that I mentioned read, I'll consider it a win. I'll consider myself as having succeeded at Booktubeathon. So let's get into it. The first challenge, by the way, I failed to mention, I think most people know this. This is hosted by Ariel Bassett. She's got a channel, which I'll link below, that is dedicated to Booktubeathon. It's the Booketubathon Channel, so I'll link it below, and that's where she does all the announcement videos. So anyway, let's on with it. I don't know. First challenge, let a coin toss decide your first read. Now, one thing I'm going to do with Booktubeathon, the Man Booker long list just came out. And you will have heard me mention in my mid-year check-in tag, which if you haven't seen, I will link below. I know that's coming out before this because I already know what order I'm putting these videos in, even though I just filmed that one 2 seconds before I started this one. But the Man Booker long list came out, and even though I'm drowning in review copies right now, there are certain books of the Man Booker long list, and Simon and Savidge Reads and Eric Karl Anderson both have videos discussing the Man Booker long list. So I will usually I watch these right before I post them, so I know what I need to put in the description. So I'll try to link 1 or both of their Man Booker long list videos because I don't want to go through the list right now. But there are only a certain amount of the books that I can get my hands on. Some of them are only available in the UK right now, so I'd have to order them through Book Depository. A couple of them aren't even released yet. One of them I own, even though I think I'm going to do audio on it anyway. But so I'm going to kind of use this a little bit to try and start reading some of the ones that I can get my hands on of the long list for the Man Booker Prize, because I would like to read more of those this year than I did last year. Obviously, there's going to be ones I can't get my hands on. So my coin toss is going to decide which I didn't think about how to word this before. So there are 4 of them that I can get audio unscribed. One of them I own the hardcover of. It is The Mars Room by Rachel Kushner. This was one of the nominated books. So of the other ones that I can get audio of unscribed, I'm going to pick Snap by Belinda Bauer, because it's also it's a crime novel. So this isn't necessarily a crime novel. It's kind of a prison novel, but you can kind of see where I'm going there, kind of along the same line or themes. So between those two, let's say Snap will be heads and The Mars Room will be tails. So I have a quarter here, and it's heads. So Snap by Belinda Bauer. It fell, but that heads. Snap by Belinda Bauer will be my first book of those Man Booker ones that I go. That's how I'm going to tackle that one, because in order for me to have any success at all, I have to read multiple things at one time, so I can't just read that one book first. But that will be the first of the Man Booker ones that I start. That's how, like I said, that's how I'm going to treat that one. Because I can't read my writing, I am reading the questions off of Vicky at Chapter 32's video that she just posted a couple hours ago. But read a book about something you want to do. So I chose for that The Lost Book of the Grail by Charlie Lovett. You've seen this maybe a couple times on my channel. It's still a book I've been really wanting to get to, and one of the characters in this, Arthur Prescott, works in the Barchester Cathedral Library, and he's constantly surrounded by ancient books and manuscripts. And I've always thought that would be really cool, just to work in like the basement of a library and be surrounded by all the like ancient tomes, just pulling out books, big centuries old books, and plopping them open. The dust flies up, and I just always thought that would be really cool. So that's the book I've picked for Challenge 2. Read and watch a book to movie adaptation. For that, I am going to read The Ritual by Adam Neville and watch the Netflix movie of it, assuming that I can get to both of them within the week. I don't have a ton of time by myself that week, and The Ritual is a horror movie, so my wife ain't watching that, so I gotta watch that on my own when sometime when she's not home, which isn't going to be very often the week of Booktubeathon, which I failed to mention is August 30 or July 30th to August 5th. But hopefully I can find. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of The Ritual and then hopefully watch the movie. Book challenge number 4: read a book with green on the cover. For that, I have chosen Dragon Springs Road by Janie Chang. I've really been in the mood, and I haven't been able to get to them because of other reads I've had going on, but I've really been in the mood to read something Asian. So this is a good opportunity. I've been wanting to read this book for a long time. So this is a good opportunity to do this. And this cover is to my colorblind eyes full, or I should say color deficient eyes. I see color. I just can't distinguish between some. Full of green. So, yeah, so that's for book with green on the cover. Read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. I know there's been a ton of controversy all over Twitter and shit about this challenge. I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand why people are upset about this challenge. Yes, it seems like a little bit of a weird challenge to me, but that's, I think, part of the fun too, is just something wacky to do. But I know that because there's going to be certificates handed out this year, and some people are, I think, upset that because if they don't do this challenge or can't do this challenge for one reason or another, that they're not going to get the certificate for completing all the challenges. But my thought not to get into the whole drama. If I don't know, whatever. But if I decide to do that, I will wear one of my fedoras while I'm reading The Lost Book of the Grail. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that challenge or not. We'll see. My wife may look at me weird when I go to put a hat on to read a book. But like I said, ultimately, that's just part of the fun wackiness of Booktubeathon, and I think that's all there is to it. 6, read a book with a beautiful spine. Again, for that, I am going to fill that with Dragon Springs Row because I absolutely love this cover. It's one of the reasons I wanted the physical book of this, and the cover continues onto the spine. And it may not look beautiful to some, but as much as I love this cover and it continues onto the spine, I love seeing that spine. Not on my bookshelf because I don't have a ton of bookshelves, so it ends up stacked with other books, but I still love seeing it there, so that is what I'm going to do for Read a Book with a Beautiful Spine. And Challenge 7, I've already talked about, read 7 books. That's not going to happen. But anyway, that's it. That's my TBR for Booktubeathon. We'll see what I actually get to. Like I said, as long as I get through one of these, I'll consider it a win. Anyway, thank you to all my subscribers. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I'm happy you found it. I hope you stick around. If you liked it and want to stick around, hit the subscribe button so you'll know when I post new videos, and I'll see you all in the next one.